Hello there, yarn lovers, it's Gary and I'm coming to you from the dining room here in my house on Vancouver Island in Canada. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Saturday, December the 8th, 2023. How are you all doing? I hope you're well and staying safe. In this household, we're gearing up for Christmas and we're getting that holiday spirit and it's super, super exciting. So I am wearing my little, it's like a Santa Claus or elf hat and in colors that I could find at the time. So I had a bit of leftovers and I made this last year, this huge pom-pom. I love this huge pom-pom. So the knitting machine made half of it, or the majority of it, I should say. And then I took it off the knitting machine and then I knitted the ribbing of it at the end here on my own. So I absolutely think it's colorful and festive. So yeah, I'm in that kind of mood today. So me and Pixel are home alone. Chad, my husband, has ventured out again this weekend. He and his previous team that he used to play curling with have gone down to Seattle, Washington, and they are playing a curling bonspiel for the next 2 days. So I wish them all the best on the ice. If you don't know what curling is, I would suggest Googling it. It is quite an interesting sport. If you've not seen it ever before, there are interesting things like team members shouting and, you know, saying hurry hard and interesting terms for the actual sport itself. It's almost like shuttleboard on ice. So it is played on a sheet of ice and they do have, it's quite a long, extensive sheet, like a bowling alley almost, or a shuttleboard, if you could think of a huge shuttleboard kind of like scenario. That's it, but it's on ice. Yeah, so I did not know about curling until I came to Canada because I'm originally from Australia. And when I came to Canada, the curling was something new to me and I thought it was quite interesting. I have tried it once, but I'm not very good on slippery surfaces like ice or snow. So I did fall over in my attempt and I don't know whether that's part of the enjoyment. It definitely was a little tricky for me. Like, think of Bambi on ice in the scene when he's skating across and falls, you know, flat out like a starfish. That's pretty much me. So yeah, you might see something that is here that wasn't in the last batch of videos that I made last weekend, and that's Hank, my man form. So I dressed Hank up with possibly one of my very first Raglan style sweaters that I created, and I used a batch of different tutorials to help me along the way. As the title of this video suggests, I'm going to switch gears and it is all about happy mail with a little bit of a reminder on mood board mail that I've talked about in the previous video. And it's over the course of the month of December and it will conclude January the 4th, 2024. So there are plenty of days left to get involved, and I'll talk more about the mood board mail after we look at some of these beautiful, amazing, special happy mail gifts that I received. Now, I have opened them up and I had a look at them. So I just wanted to share it with everyone, and I've got permission to, you know, talk about them here on the channel and mention their names as well. So first up was this wonderful package. It came in this plastic bag. Actually, this was the interior of an external package bag, and it came well protected. So I want to say thank you so much for considering that. Armintha sent it to me, and I have a letter here, a note from her, which I won't read on camera, but when I opened it, I did read it. And I want to just say thank you so much, Armintha, for thinking of me when you were destashing and looking at some yarn. This is beautiful yarn, and I will find something very nice to make with it, and it will help me keep warm over the course of the cooler months here where I live. So I wanted to say thank you so much for thinking of me. It's never ever expected that you send me anything, but when you do send me gifts, I appreciate them and I will treasure them and make something with them in due course, because there are a couple of, I'm gonna say maybe 15 project bags that are already lined up. Sometimes there's a bit of a juggle for a new pattern that comes out that I'm really eager to try. So I have definitely things on the go all the time. So let's take a look. I got Hobby, which is a Denmark branded yarn, and it's the Manaya collection. So this is it here in the bag that Armintha sent me. Look at that. I do have some of these in my collection, but not in this particular colorway. I have them in 2 other colorways, and I absolutely love this yarn. So wonderful and squishy, and I love the colors. They're amazing, 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 amazing. So let me tell you a little bit about the Manaya yarn. Again, it is 65% superwash wool and 35% acrylic. I think they consider this a 3-weight or a DK weight yarn. I'm just gonna take a look. No, it says here they're considering it a 4-weight yarn. It's a lighter 4, and I'll show you that. You be the judge. It's definitely a lighter 4, and it does mull between 2 gradated or very long variegated yarn stretches of color, and it's very reminiscent, different wool acrylic blend than the Ferris wheels, but kind of similar to the Ferris wheels from Lion brand. They are saying here it's Okiotech stamp of approval, saying it's being tested against harmful substances, and the color number that I'm holding is 07, just the number. And what else can I tell you about this? I think it's 200 gram. Let me take a look here. It is 200 grams, and it offers up 558 yards or 510 meters, suggesting 5mm set of knitting needles or a 5mm crochet hook. So washing instructions are that it can be, it looks like it can be machine washed on cold and lay flat to dry. I absolutely love it. It's very soft. The factor for this, out of 5 being the most softest yarn, I'm going to say because of that wool in there, it's making it more of an average softness. So I'm going to give it a 2.5, 3 out of 5. But those colors are to die for, aren't they? Yep. Thank you so much for this. I absolutely love it. So not only did she send me that color in the Manaya, I also got 2 balls of it in this color here, which is color number, same stats. The color is 08. Now this is the one that I also have in my stash, this color. So I have enough here to make a bigger project, and that's it there. These are more of the kind of green, and it has a raspberry color in there going into aqua and yellow. So very springtime. I like these a lot. These are definitely my colors. Oh, it's like a party in a ball. I think I might have said that when I was unboxing it originally, maybe a year ago. I still get those vibes with that color. It's like a party in a ball. And I got these 2 as well. I think these are all the yarns that you had in this collection, I'm sure. But there's another color here which has more of the coral and the orange. There's a little bit of that green in there as well, and pink. So definitely giving me spring vibes again, same as the previous one, color 08. This color number is it's color, looks like 10, color 10. Ah, I love that one too. This one almost has, like the other one, they have slightly not iridescent, but fluorescent color in them. Like this pink is very poppy, and this one here, the citrusy kind of lime yellow green, that is very poppy as well. So I'm thinking that when these are knitted up or crocheted up, the fabric is going to be slow transition in color with this magnificent pop of the various fluorescent color in there, or the neon color. I like that. Not so much with the dark one. The dark one is more subdued. There is a little bit here that's mild, but because the darker color is kind of mild with that bright, I don't think it's poppy as much as something like that. I absolutely love them. Thank you so much, and they will be put to good use. So give me a moment, I'll just put this to the side and I'll show the next package that I received. Okay, so I've got my next package. I have already opened it, but it has come from someone very special as well here on YouTube, and you may be familiar with her. Her name is Z, or her YouTube channel is Zelda NRJ3. I'm going to link her channel down below, so if you want to go across and visit Z, she's wonderful. I love watching her videos when she's talking about things from her car or yarn or what she's making, or these fabulous people that she goes out and meets and hangs out with in her community. And I absolutely adore Z. So hi Z! And this is very reminiscent of Z. I associate the sugar skulls with Z, and it came in this packaging here. I've pre-opened it so there's not any crinkling, because there was extra crinkle bags in there, which I love, but I know that some people don't. But look at that, very whimsical and playful, just like Z herself. And getting this package was a little bit of a story behind it, but we got there in the end, and it was purely my fault for giving the wrong details. I think my head at the time when I was multitasking, I wasn't thinking straight, but we finally did get it, and I'm so excited. Yes. Okay. So something very special about Z and Urban Yarn is that they both share the same birthday. Every time of the year that I'm thinking about the podcast podiversary, I think of Z, because she celebrates her birthday then too. And this is no exception to that time of year as well, because the present is amazing. Okay, so first up, always got to show the card, and it's my first Christmas card. This one happens to be a llama. So it's a llama Christmas card. So thank you, Z. This holds a very special spot on the mantle as my first Christmas card that I've received. It says, "Merry Christmas, Gary. Make something pretty. Love, Z." Awesome. Okay, so the piece de la resistance. That's my French for you. Terrible, I know. At the time I first saw this yarn was on Z's live. She was having a live for her birthday, and because the channel and Z have the same birth date, I always remember Z at that time of year. So I go across and I check out what's going on with Z, and she was revealing some happy mail as well as talking about this wonderful yarn, and it was a special hand-dyed yarn that I absolutely went crazy for when I saw it. So she's gifted me a limited edition of that yarn that was dyed especially for her birthday. The colorway is called Z's Groovy Birthday. It's a DK weight yarn, and the dyer is the Fiber Genie. Absolutely stunning yarn. It's really, really super soft. The base of it is just springy and squishy. I can't wait to use it. So Z came up with a bright idea that it would be a great yarn to do a brioche in. You know, maybe find some other yarn that has a color in this special colorway, and then perhaps maybe like do a brioche and have this be the prize of the piece, the colorway, and then have the other one sort of like subdue, so let it dance on the ripples of the brioche. And I love that idea. So I have some ideas to share with you and talk about, and maybe we can execute them sometime soon in you know, to have this ready for spring, because look at those colors. They do remind me of spring. And I also got two little stitch markers, which is so cute. A cupcake, and it looks like a snow globe that you shake up, but it doesn't have the fluid in it. It's just like a little snow globe without the fluid, and all the little crystals in there and glitter are just sort of sitting in there, catching that color and reflecting it. I also got this mini hank as well. Let me take it out for you in this green color, and green's my favorite color. So if I want to add that somehow into the piece that I'm thinking of, that's there for a bit of accent. So I'll just take this band off and we'll take a look at that beautiful colorway. It has everything in there. It's like birthday cake almost. It has all the sprinkles and all of that wonderful dye. So I'm seeing pink, and I'm seeing like a perfectly limeish green, and there is a blue in there, and also these wonderful greens where it sort of melts into the two colors of the blue and the green. Absolutely love it, love it. And it's got speckle. Gotta love a bit of speckle, right? Because it does give that extra texture and color when you're working up a fabric. So not only did I get that amazing gift, I also got this satchel here of other knickknacks. That's just a little, I guess, when packing, it says to lay it front this way. I've already eaten all the snacks, Z. I love them. So there was a little waffle, stroop waffle, and it was delicious. I was so hungry when I unpacked this that I'm glad that she got some snacks in there for me to support my enthusiasm. I also got this one, which is a Whoppers, and I thought that was nice. A couple of Kit Kats. It smelled wonderful, and it came from these two satchels of lavender. Beautiful smell. Tootsie Rolls. All gone. They're all gone. And I didn't share these at all. I know, it was a little bit greedy, wasn't I? And the caramello, that was really nice. I like that one. I liked all of them. I have something here like an emery board and pens. There's stitch markers as well, which says Happy Bling Mail. I love it. I got some tea that I will have because I do like drinking tea of an evening. Especially if the tea is a rooibos or something that doesn't have caffeine for the evening. A cool pen. And there are some awesome, what do you call that? It's thread, right? That's thread. So if I'm stitching something together, there's a little bit of thread in this amazing pop of coral neon. And more Tootsie Rolls, which I'm gonna eat later. And there's some more thread in there as well in a highlighter yellow, so it's almost like a green, and more Tootsie Rolls. I also have a retractable measuring tape, which is awesome. You can't go wrong with having a lot of these in your craft room. Put them in like notions, pouches. I love them, love them, love them. So thank you so much, Z. I will now move into what I think I might be making with that particular hank. And I purchased this pattern online, And I think it's going to be a good one for it. It's called the Booming Brioche. It's a paid for pattern and it's by Brandy Valti. That's it there. Look how beautiful that is. I can't show you the other photos throughout because there are obviously pattern details, and it is a written out pattern. So there's no chart involved with this, but it does have sections and it goes through each of the sections. So again, I'll just show you where I'm thinking of putting the special colorway from Z's birthday. I'm going to be putting them in these stripes here. So this variety of yarn has yet to be determined, but I also did pull from stash some colors that I think would go well with it. And maybe you could give me your opinions, or I could use a series of different colored stripes. I have this nice green here. Was hand dyed by a viewer of the channel, Penny Bolton. I have that one. That could be a stripe as well. Look, it's so springy. It needs to be done for spring. Whoops. Hang on a minute. Ball down. This one as well, which is more of, did I do this one myself? I think this is one of mine. I'm not sure. But it has the purples, yellows in it as well. So maybe that could go in. Whoa, here we go. No, I don't dare. I don't dare do that. It's just gonna topple. And I have some of my favorite knit picks is the Hawthorn series. So I have this one here in a kind of a green and like a bluish green jades in this hank. So I don't know, what do you think? I'd love to get your opinion on which one would be the secondary to put in there. Now, I do want that to be the showpiece, so I don't want to drown it out with other loud yarns. So maybe this one might not be the right cup of tea for it, but I never know. I have to play around with that one. But Z, thank you so much. And what a special gift that was, for sure. I know that we've been talking about the limited edition and that there were only so many that were made up. And because there was such a high demand for the colorway, that the yarn was then there was another batch of it being dyed. So I feel very fortunate and very blessed to receive this special gift. Thank you, thank you. And for the treats, all gone. Next thing that I have is a card from a friend that I've made on YouTube, and she has her own YouTube channel as well. Her name is Judy. Hi, Judy. And the YouTube channel name is called Judy's Creations in Crochet. So I've got a card from her. I love this card. So it's my second card of the season as Pixel tries to battle for some airspace here. And she's adorable. She also got into the Christmas tree and has eaten some of the ornaments. So not cute, but yeah, with a face like that, you know, I can't hold a grudge, right? So yeah, the inscription of the card, I'm sure Judy won't mind me reading it. It says, "Merry Christmas to you and Chad from Judy's Creation in Crochet. May this holiday season be filled with peace and happiness." And that's the beautiful card there. Thank you so much for that, Judy. Okay, we're going to shift gears and now talk about the Mood Board Mel that I'm hosting, and it's currently going on. It started November the 26th, 2023, and it will run until January the 4th, 2024. And I'll talk about how to enter, and also the video where I featured more of the details of the mood board. Mal, down below in the description box, if you want a link to it to find all the details, all the rules. It'll be there to go back and peruse, getting ideas for your entries as well will be there. But I'm gonna add to some of those ideas right now because I found some more mood boards that I'm gonna include and we can talk about them. And so Why a mood board, I hear you ask? It's a little different from a yarn crafting kind of mal, but this is kind of like looking for, before you're starting a project and wanting to do something with color and maybe you're a bit stuck. So these mood boards are helpful in a way that you can begin a project with more confidence and maybe even strengthen the fact that the pattern or the stitch work evokes some type of emotion for you. So something woolly and comfy might bring home values of home, or something more fun and playful might bring values of like spring time or youthfulness. So I'm going to be talking about some of the mood boards that I'm going to add in here, so that if you get excited about joining in as well, there will be a prize at the end of it. I'm going to be gifting off some yarn. It's already boxed up. It was some yarn that I was celebrating at a previous stage. I think it might have been, I was celebrating 200 episodes, but the winner of the box did not contact me, and it passed the full month where I was giving the deadline, so the box was forfeited. So this wonderful yarn is ready to go to a recipient here with the mood board Mel, and I hope that you participate. I've gotten some really great responses, and I can't wait to show it in slideshow presentation form after January the 4th, so that we can see how color is evoked in different cultures, different types of emotions. And yeah, it gives inspiration in different ways to people. So a little bit about the mood boards before I show them here. I'm gonna put them somewhere up there, is that these are clippings or references that you find that inspire you for color. And it might be a wonderful sunset that you snapped, or a nature's walk, or you've been shopping and you saw this wonderful wild display that you want to take a snapshot of because the colors in it have drawn you in and to investigate. Or you've been on a trip and you want to capture the sand and the surf, those colors that are at play when you're really at peace, and all that sort of stuff. So it's collecting all those things and putting them down onto a board. And you can cut and paste in physical sense, where you're ripping out of magazines certain images that evoke certain emotions, or you love the color of, and putting them down in a collage, so to speak. Now you can do it digitally as well, which you'll see me do, but it can be either way. It can be scrapbooking, or it could be more of a vision board. Whatever you want to do, it's all open to interpretation, and it's very self-explorative. So this is the kind of mal that I want to introduce. So it won't be a finished piece like a hat or a scarf. You can do that, but it's not essential for this make along. I just am interested to see what kind of emotions and colors and what inspires you in your personalized mood board. So we are exploring personalized scapes as well, colorscapes with these mood boards. And without further ado, let me show you a mood board here. And its overarching word is called Zen. I have a few other words there as well that sort of fall into the play of that personality of the mood board. And you can see that these are softer pastel colors. I've taken snippings from some travel books and some, I think at that time we were looking more at beaches and stuff. So it does have that awesome kind of Zen feeling, and I love green because it's calming to me. And when we get into the pastels, we feel that kind of calm and that soothingness. So that's my mood board for Zen. Alongside the Zen, I have got a few more mood boards here to share with you to give you some alternatives or options of other emotions that you might also connect with and want to sort of like maybe play upon what your personal scape might be. Here's one here called Playful. Now Playful uses colors that are bright, fun, that are energetic, And when they play upon each other, there's a little bit of vibrancy there. So they're not all from the same color family, that they're all kind of like, you know, they're kind of giving you some visual interest when side by side. And I am looking down here because I've got my iPad so that we can talk about them. I'm seeing those colors of play in certain berries or striping in bark, and I'm seeing it in fruit and flowers, all that playfulness, and there's a little bit there as well on the sunset. The next one that I have here also may strike up interest as well if you're looking towards something that's more richer and deeper, something that more is thought-provoking. So I've got here exotic, so it's adventurous, unique, and worldly. And I have traveled through a few destinations in the world, India being one, and China and Japan, where I'm seeing lots of those exotic colors at play. I'm seeing them in sari in India, like different clothing. And I just think that the energy of something like the 70s as well looks and explores at all those rich and deep colors. So that could be something of interest to you, to do maybe a time frame thing that in your life you might be recalling a time where in the 70s or the 60s you loved wearing certain colors to evoke that feeling of the day. That might be inspiring to do as well, a mood board just on part of your life that you explored and you felt free to, you know, really confident within your own skin. So those colors might play into your mood board. So those are a few options where, you know, we can explore together, or, you know, you can choose your own. So I'm interested to see what you have to come up with and send in. When you are entering your mood board, you can email them to me to enter, and it will be one per person, one entry per person. You can do multiple mood boards if you like, but it will only ever count as the one entry. Now I'm going to be picking at random out of a bowl of all the entries' names that I'm going to write down on pieces of paper, and then we'll just draw one name after the 4th of January 2024 when this is closed. So get your mood board pictures, snapshots into me through email. My email address is urbanyarn101@gmail.com, and I will put down the instructions into this video as well, along with the video where I talk more at length about what mood boards are and what they do to give you inspiration, and more at length as well on the mood board Mal 2 will be in the video that I'll include down below as a link. So I do advise you to go and take a look if you've got questions, because it probably will be answered. You do need to put your name of your mood board overarching emotion somewhere on your mood board, so that when I am showing them at the conclusion of the Mal, I want to do a slide presentation that everyone can see what kind of mood that you have thought of for all of those wonderful colors and pieces of reference that you're using in your collage. So I hope that you'll join in. I have received many entries and I'm super excited to show them in the slideshow presentation, which will happen next year. And yeah, so I hope that you'll join in. With that, I think that catches you up on everything, and I'm going to jump in here and do another video shortly after I have some lunch and me and Pix will go for a walk, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.